Hello, everybody. Chicago Patriot Prepper here. I ask that you please like and subscribe to these videos so more people can see and more like-minded people like me or just anyone else can see. Uh, this a little bit different today. I was thinking I watch a lot of other videos, these prepper guys, and some of these some of the clickbait on their thumbnails is just ridiculous what they do. And there's about three or four of them, and you got the guy saying it's imminent, or the F-16s are loaded and fueled up, and all that kind of crap. So I don't want to actually be one of those guys, one of those clickbait guys. But I do ask that you please like and subscribe these videos. It will help me out, and hopefully one day it may help you out. So what I'm going to do is, I watch a lot of stuff, and I started prepping. I don't really remember what it was. It might have been about 2016 or 17, around there. But you get these ideas, and I know it sounds funny. I got it from Doomsday Preppers, and I'm sure I mentioned this before, but I know they weren't supposed to be funny. Maybe they weren't. I mean, I don't know. It's almost like that American Idol thing when they would put the funniest ones out there. But these are some of the movies that I watched that for preppers. They're not actually about prepping, but I think you could, if you start looking at things, you could pick up hints and see what people are capable of, and like I said, if something goes wrong, your biggest enemy is usually other people or your government. So there's one that I liked that I seen it a long time ago. It was called Extinction. It was with Jeffrey Donovan, and it was kind of like a zombie movie, but they mutated into a they further mutated into something else, and they actually turned into some kind of creatures, and they would feast on human flesh. So what he did is they actually went to a cold area up in the north. I believe it was northern New York or something like that, or way up there where they couldn't. Maybe it was even Canada, that they couldn't survive the cold. But eventually, the creatures adapted and they actually overcame it. So that's a pretty decent movie. And then there's another one. There's actually three that were based on the same book, I believe. And I'll go in the order that they were made from the same book. The one is The Last Man on Earth. It's with Vincent Price. It's a really, really good movie. I'll actually watch that a couple of times a year, and it's about where a virus came, and it basically turned the people into like almost, they were like vampire idiots. It's a movie that you must see if you're any kind of prepping or anything like that. It's decent. A lot of you younger people than me, I mean, it's even before my time, but it's actually called The Last Man on Earth with Vincent Price. The other remake is called The Omega Man with Charlton Heston. Okay, and it's pretty much the same thing, but this is set in New York. The Last Man on Earth, I believe, was set in Los Angeles or California somewhere, Fresno, something like that. And basically, it's the same thing. Charlton Heston, he's living up there and doing his thing in some kind of, not really a bunker. He lived in a building, a concrete building, and he lived on the top, and he had it all sealed off. And they would come at night. They would try and rattle him, and it's basically the same thing that they actually did in the Vincent Price movie. Like I said, based on the same book. And a lot of people will be surprised that the third remake of the movie was called I Am Legend with Will Smith. I know most of you probably seen that because it was made after 2000, so a lot of people actually seen it. So it was Will Smith, and I believe he actually had the same name. I believe his name was Neville, Colonel Neville. and the as the Omega Man. So it is something to see. You'll actually like that. Then there's the remember the Book of Eli. I know it's probably one of the best movies out there. I mean, you can't go wrong with Denzel Washington. I mean, most of these there's some other movies out there, but when they have bad acting, sometimes you don't even want to watch them. And if you do watch them, you know they're just bad. Some of them. Uh, then there's The Road with Viggo Mortensen. That is probably one of the most drawn and dark movies. I've only seen it once, and it's a movie you can never forget. You get drawn in there. You get this feeling in the pit of your stomach. Really, you get this feeling in the pit of your stomach watching just what's going on, what this guy is doing, trying to keep his son alive. Okay, Charlize Theron is also in that one. I'm not a big fan of hers, but then there's another one. It's called Children of Men with Clive Owen. Okay, I don't know if you ever seen that. That was made within the last 20 years. It was about like most of the world just kind of like caved in, I guess you would say, and there were very few places left to live that were like civilized, and the United Kingdom was one of them. So everyone was just coming there, just flocking there to live. So it became a police state, and the thing is that women could no longer get pregnant. Okay, so they weren't having babies, and there was okay. I won't. Okay, so but basically that's what it was. Women couldn't get pregnant. Uh, okay, but it is a very good movie. It's one of those movies that you'll sit there and you'll watch. You won't want to leave. Okay, then you remember the Doomsday. This was also set in the UK with Bob Hoskins and Rona Mitra. It was about a virus that was in Scotland and it resurfaced. Okay, and they had to figure out what they did is they cornered off. They put this huge wall that separated Scotland and Britain. But it's a really good movie. There's all really good actors in there too. It's a good movie. I really like it. Then there were remember the three Mad Max trilogies. I'm not talking about Fury Road. I'm talking about the original ones with Mel Gibson. You know, that's before a lot of people's time, but very, very good movies. Especially the first one. It was I don't remember if they actually said what actually set it off, but what started everything. But there was the I believe they called it was the No Man's Land, which was considered the outback in the Australian desert with the Lord Humongous, and then there was Bartertown. So you had Tina Turner was in the last one. The Fury Road was good, but it was it was more special effects than good acting. Sometimes you need good actors too. And I'm going to tell you the very most important one that I think is the most important one for what's going on in the world today. It's got nothing to do with prepping or anything like that. It's just being able to foresee things. It's called V for Vendetta. Okay, it was another one set in England. It was about a police state, and I believe it was John Hurt that was in there. That was the Prime Minister of England at the time, and it was a police state. But this is the most applicable, I think, to what's going on in the world. How places are becoming police states, and how the UN is trying to govern the world, and the World Economic Forum, and all the rich are trying to tell everyone what to do. But honestly, that's a definite C for what's going on. V for Vendetta. I totally recommend this. Once again, this is Chicago Patriot Prepper. I ask that you please like and subscribe to these videos. Thank you so much. God bless you. God bless America. And again, I cannot stress how important it is to watch V for Vendetta. Please like and subscribe to these videos. Thank you. Chicago Patriot Prepper out.